achieved, or thrust upon. Let's welcome Revantha.
So just to clarify, what I meant was because EU regulations mean that you can't have hoovers which are powerful, so that's why I said the powerful hoover, but just to be clear, I'm a Remain campaigner. I don't want to divide the room. Thank you. So originally I was going to use one of Shakespeare's quotes as the structure of my speech, given that it is 400th death anniversary this year. But then given the excitement or the kerfuffle after the referendum, I thought I'll kind of unite the two to kind of come up with this new speech structure. So I'm going to base my speech on this quote from the 12th night. And the quote goes on like this: "Be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and others have greatness thrust upon you." So this is a question my mother always asks me. She's like, if you had an option, which one would you choose? So I'm going to pose that question to you. While I speak, if you had to think about, which option of greatness would you choose? Madam Toastmaster, fellow members, and most welcome guests. Before I start off, I want to define what greatness is. Basically, what greatness means, it's being above average or significantly above average. And looking around the room, I'm sure everyone here is great in some way or form. So going back to the structure of the speech, it's going to be the three options of greatness. So it's like many option 1, 2, and 3. So option 1 was born great. So I was trying to think of real life examples of born great. And the one that comes to mind is the Queen, where she was not really, she didn't have a choice in the matter. I mean, she could have abdicated, but she was kind of thrown into the role and she has performed really well. And then I was talking to our guest today, Attilio. I don't think you met him, so can you aware there? So I asked him the question as well, and just to thank him. So he thought he had come to a prayer meeting, but then I told him it was Toastmasters, so thank you for staying. So I asked him the question, if he had an option, which one would he choose? And he said he would go with born great. And his reason was that everyone is born great. So moving on to menu option 2, so it's achieving greatness. So my real life example is, given that it's Wimbledon week this week, I'm going to use Roger Federer as someone who has achieved greatness. He's achieved greatness through lots of hard work, commitment and sacrifice, and kind of commitment to the cause of becoming the greatest tennis player ever. And I think if you had a straw poll around the room, most people will probably go with the option of achieving greatness because they feel it's something in their control. It's something you can do and you can pursue without too much influence from the other factors. So option 3 was greatness being thrust upon you. As I mentioned at the start of the speech, I was going to link up Shakespeare and the referendum. And unlike the Leave or Remain campaigners, I'm sticking with my promise, and I'm linking them both together. So I was thinking about how you kind of say, how you use an example to have greatness thrust upon you. So I was thinking, so maybe you're walking through the train station, and someone kind of passes out and is having a heart attack. And this is an opportunity where you have to you probably give them CPR and they survive. And that's where you're being thrust upon greatness. And I kind of see Brexit as similar, where the kind of things have fallen apart, but it gives us the opportunity to kind of pick up the pieces and hopefully fix it and make it great again. So just to kind of wrap up and summarize my speech. So I'm going to give you the options. So I guess the base assumption is that we're all great. And so if you had an option, which one would we go for? So would we want to be born great, achieve greatness, or have greatness thrust upon us? Thank you for your time.